Beneath the waves, even the most restless creatures must rest. From goldfish in aquariums to sharks in the open sea, every species has discovered its own way to sleep. Sleep is not a luxury here, it is survival. Join us on VibeXpress as we uncover the hidden world of underwater slumber. Fish never close their eyes. They don't even have eyelids. Still, they find ways to rest, floating quietly with their eyes wide open. In a world full of predators, staying alert is a matter of survival. Yet even with this constant watch, fish show clear signs of sleep. The real mystery is how they manage it under the waves. Most fish do sleep, but not the way humans do. Tiny zebrafish hover in place at night, their gills slowing as they rest. Some, like tuna and certain sharks, never stop swimming. They can rest half their brain while still moving. And in the darkness of caves, blind cavefish have learned to live with almost no sleep at all. Fish have many different ways of sleeping. Goldfish rest near the bottom, their colors fading as they hover still. Reef sharks gather in groups on the sandy seabed. Great whites keep circling, resting half their brain. And parrotfish build a slimy cocoon to protect themselves while they sleep. Sleeping fish can be easy to spot if you know what to look for. Their gills move more slowly, and they hover in place or rest in strange positions. Many fade in color, blending into the reef. They also become far less responsive. Some divers have even lifted reef fish by hand without waking them. But sleep is more than stillness. In humans, it has stages. Deep rest, when the body repairs itself, and REM sleep, when the brain becomes highly active and vivid dreams take shape. It is during REM that our memories are sorted, our learning is reinforced, and our imaginations wander into entire worlds of their own. Remarkably, zebrafish, tiny creatures drifting in freshwater streams, show these same two stages. One is a quiet, motionless rest. The other is a REM-like phase, where their brains light up with activity even though their eyes never move. This discovery changes how we think about sleep. It suggests that the roots of dreaming are ancient, stretching back more than 450 million years. Long before humans ever walked the earth, the first sparks of dreamlike activity may have begun in the oceans, hidden inside the minds of fish. Dreams may flow through their ancient brains, but fish never close their eyes. They cannot, for they have no eyelids. Instead, most drift in a blank, glassy stare, relying on the cover of darkness, safe shelters, and their inner clocks to guide rest. Some sharks have evolved thin protective membranes to shield their eyes. But for most fish, sleep means watching the ocean with eyes wide open. Over millions of years, fish have evolved extraordinary ways to rest safely in a dangerous world. Take the parrotfish. Each night, it surrounds itself in a slimy cocoon of mucus, a kind of underwater sleeping bag. Scientists discovered this by observing reef parrotfish, glowing faintly under torchlight, hidden inside their bubbles. The cocoon masks their scent, keeping predators like moray eels from tracking them. Sharks show another strategy. Some species can keep swimming while half their brain sleeps, a behavior known as unihemispheric sleep. This was first confirmed when researchers noticed sharks circling in slow trance-like patterns for hours, their bodies on autopilot, while part of the brain remained active enough to breathe. Loaches take a stranger approach. They sometimes nap upside down, lying motionless on the bottom of tanks. At first, aquarists thought they were sick or dead, but closer study revealed this odd posture is simply their way of resting. And in the shallow waters of Australia, Port Jackson sharks gather by the dozens on sandy bottoms. Divers have filmed these massive group slumber parties, where the sharks pile together, motionless, until morning light. It's a rare glimpse into the social side of underwater sleep. At night, predators roam. Moray eels and groupers use the cover of darkness to strike at fish resting in crevices. Divers have often found the remains of half-eaten reef fish at dawn, proof that being still too long can be fatal. Even oxygen itself becomes a threat. In the tight spaces of coral, water flow slows and oxygen levels drop. Dam shellfish were once seen beating their fins twice as fast at night, forcing fresh water over their gills to survive in these suffocating crevices. Parasites add yet another danger. Tiny blood-sucking isopods creep into reefs after dark, clinging to sleeping fish and feeding unnoticed. Scientists filming parrotfish at night discovered why they build mucus cocoons. The slimy shield blocks these parasites as well as disguises their scent from hunters. And then there are the currents. In open waters, a sudden surge can sweep a motionless fish away, tumbling it into danger. Many species anchor themselves, burying in sand, wedging into coral, or clinging to rocks. just to avoid being carried off. To survive, fish have developed armor of behavior, camouflage that fades their colors, cocoons of slime, or secret hiding spots that turn sleep from a risk into a chance of survival. Let's clear up the biggest myths about fish sleep. Myth: fish never sleep. Fact: most species do rest. Scientists see the signs: reduced movement, fixed resting spots, daily rhythms, and even catch-up sleep after disturbance. Myth: sharks can't sleep. Fact: many do. Reef and nurse sharks lie still on the seabed, while open ocean species can sleep swim, resting one brain hemisphere as they glide in slow loops. Myth: fish need eyelids to sleep. Fact: they don't have eyelids. They sleep with eyes open, relying on darkness, shelter, and internal clocks. Some sharks briefly cover the eye with a protective membrane. Myth: a sideways fish is just napping. Fact: usually illness or stress, except a few quirky species, like certain loaches that rest upside down. In truth, fish use many strategies: mucus cocoons, coral hideouts, group shark slumber parties, even half-brain rest, to survive the night beneath the waves. From goldfish in aquariums to sharks in the open sea, every fish has found its own way to rest. Sleep is not just a pause, it is survival. Beneath the waves, this vital rhythm keeps life in balance, shaping behaviors that have lasted for millions of years. At VibeXpress, we bring you these hidden wonders of the natural world, one mystery at a time. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the next story waiting beneath the surface.